to this week's vlog. So hopefully it will be a weekly vlog because I've got a couple of things, different little projects that I want to work on, so there might be some better content than just sewing a proboscis monkey. So first off, what I'm going to do is work on my Hammerhead bat. So the plan will be, so I need to paint the feet for it, which won't take long anyway, but I'll paint those feet, and then I want to do some work on the wings as well, so hopefully that won't take too long either, but I still need to cut out some things for the wings. The armature for it is done, which is good, and yeah, I'll just need to start putting it all together, and then I can put the doll together. So I've got the body here as well. I'll just have to do like a tiny bit of sewing on that, machine sewing that is, to the bits that I can actually machine sew, which again won't take long. And yeah, so that would be really cool. I need to take some photos of the proboscis monkey, so I'm going to put it up for sale this week in my Patreon. And then I'm thinking next week will be, it'll go up in like the public shop. So if you want to get him early, yeah, consider joining the Patreon, and you can get him in my shop when I put him up. So yeah, I'll take some photos today and see. I'm kind of excited to take some photos because he's kind of pretty photogenic, I think. So yeah, I'll do that at some point, probably today. And then I've got another commission to work on. It's another shoe bill, which always takes a long time to make the shoe bills. So I'll probably get a start on that. Hopefully I can start refining the process and be a bit quicker this time. So that will be ready to start. I need to pick some eyes and stuff, so I want to try and make it a little bit different as well than the last two. And the shoe bill, the second shoe bill, I want to do the video. I need to edit it for this week, for Friday. Probably won't be as in-depth as the first one, but I do have that movable jaw tutorial. It's up in my shop and also over on my Patreon if you want to learn how I made the movable jaws. But again, I'll make another movable jaw with this shoe bill. So it's always a little bit more work with movable jaws and like the movable parts, and also working with cosplay, which I hate. So yeah, and I'm thinking of doing another pastel sunset. They don't take too long, might take like an hour or something to do it. So I'm thinking of doing that to fill out the book. I had a little bit of I played around a little bit with some pine trees just to see. I'd like to do like acrylic pine tree bits, like paintings. So I played around with some pine trees. I don't mind these ones. These ones, not really a fan. I know pine trees don't really go that colour anyway, but I don't mind these ones. So I'm thinking I might do a couple of paintings with pine trees that are kind of like this, with like misty mountain type things. So I'd like to do some original paintings of that. I'm just wondering what surface to do it on. I've got like recycled paper, which it's brown, which I don't mind. I just don't know the longevity of it, so I'll give it a couple of goes, but I don't have any like pads that are I don't think I do pads that are for mixed media. I'll have a look around, but I don't think I have any pads that you can just pull stuff out of. So but I mean, if I do, I'll probably do it on the mixed media pads, but I can always buy some online. But yeah, so a couple of things in the works. So yeah, I think that's about it. So a bit of work to do. Yeah, I'll try and get some stuff done. to do a update for this week so far. I did a lot of sewing the last couple of days, and it's mainly been sewing the Hammerhead Flying Fox. So it's almost finished. I've got 2 sides left to sew, and 2 sides are sewn together, and then I'll have to work on the wings and everything, like finish them off and add some little details and stuff. But overall it's looking pretty good. I'm gonna add colouring, a little bit more brown to the body, I think, when it's all finished and sewn up. But I'm currently, yeah, sewing up one side, and then I'll have one more side left. And there's just a whole lot of hand sewing for these flying foxes or bats. But I think it's worth it in the end. I did film the process of how I made these wings with this one, so I can make that, what do you call it, that video, the tutorial on how to make flying fox wings. It works for dragon wings as well, but it'll be for flying fox wings or bat wings. And I really like the way they turned out as well, like this type of tutorial. So yeah, I think it's turning out okay. Kind of excited to see it finished and take some photos and see what it all looks like. Something totally strange creature. And yeah, so I'll probably continue sewing that up for today. I'm wanting to get it all sewn up today, so I don't have to do any more sewing. What else? So another commission for another shoe bill. So this will be my 3rd shoe bill, and I want to make it a little bit different. So I've got the armature bit ready for sculpting the bill. So hopefully once the Hammerhead Flying Fox is sewn up, I can start sculpting the bill for this one. So I'll have to bake it in a couple of different parts. So it takes a little bit longer to do the bill, just because it's like a hollow, because it's a movable jaw, it's hollow, and it needs to be baked in various different parts so it stays solid. And I'm going to be using some Sculpey Original to sculpt the whole thing. And for this one I picked a blue, like a light blue eye. It's different from the other 2 that I've done. The other one I did was orangey amber colour, and the one previous was another blue colour but a different type of pattern. So that is the colour that the shoe bill eyes are going to be. So similar to the first one, but I wanted to pick something a bit different. Because there's not like a whole range of colour in their eyes, and so there's like a flat, really light aqua colour, but I don't have that colour. I have an aqua colour, but it's really bright, so I can't really use that colour. So I think I'll just go for that light blue colour. And yeah, I did some painting too. So painting, I did there's a Spidey in there. There's I did a spread of misty forests. So it's just like a study of, because I want to do a series of misty forest paintings. So I wanted to do like a little study and practice in my sketchbook. So it's the bigger version. Really like the way it's turned out. But I want to do something a bit different. So I might do these as like small prints or something if anyone's interested. I quite like this one as well. That's the second one I did, and the first one. So quite a nice spread, I think. I'm pretty happy with the way it looks. So I want to do like one-off pieces, I think. So I got I bought a couple of sketch pads similar to this one. I bought a couple of sketch pads this size. I bought 3 sketch pads. So one is a what do you call it, mixed media sketch pad, and 2 are watercolors, because this one's almost finished. So I want to fill up another one of these with like a series of things. So this one was the sunset series so far. The cat's up to something. Yeah, so that's the pastel one that I did as well. I don't know if I showed that, but that one goes with this one. So there's 2 different types of pastel that go together. So I've got 4 more pages in this. So two are going to be a red sunset, not to segue on a different a different topic, but 2 are going to be a red sunset, and then the last 2 I think I'm going to do I don't know, I have to have a look at some different sunsets, maybe like a purpley sunset or something. I'm not sure. Maybe some more pastels. I'm not too sure yet, but I've only got 4 pages left, which is really cool. And you can get these as printables on my Patreon as well for free. And the originals are currently up in my shop for my patrons only, but once I finish the whole sketchbook, then I'll release the whole series to in like my normal shop. But yeah, 4 more to go, so that's kind of exciting. Anyway, so I was saying that I wanted to do some Misty Forest collections. I'm thinking I did have a thought of to do some on the boards, but I'm not sure just yet. I'll do them on some paper first and see how I feel. So they're acrylic paints as well, they're not watercolors. And I've got heaps of watercolor pages, but I don't have any mixed media stuff. I've got a really big A3 mixed media pad, which I'll try that too with some forest paintings and see how that turns out. I'm not used to painting in A3, so that'll be a big painting. And my scanner's only A4 as well, so I'll have to like either photograph it or something. So yeah, it's a bit to do. So yeah, anyway, went off on like a total segue, but yeah, so sculpting the shoe bill after I finish sewing the Hammerhead bat. So hopefully I have this Hammerhead bat finished next week, and then I can put it up for sale the week after or something. But I also want to sculpt some tigers as well. I think I'm going to do 2 tigers as dolls, because I want to do like a tiger collection, and like you saw the the tigers that I painted on that wooden plaque. And then I want to do some stickers and just stuff like that. So I still, yeah, would like to do that. So I want to do 1 white tiger. I haven't decided whether I want the mouth open or closed and which one. So I want to do 1 white one and 1 Siberian orange one. I'm thinking the orange one I want the mouth open, but not too sure just yet. Just to be the opposite of the paintings, or maybe I want to do the painting, I don't know. So these paintings, so that's the paintings that I'm talking about. So I'm thinking maybe, I don't know, now that I look at it, I'd like to do the dolls the same as the paintings, I guess. So that's the painting. What the hell? That's the paintings that I'm talking about, so maybe I'll do the white one with the mouth open, just cause the painting is. So yeah, lots planned. And one more thing, I am also going to open pre-orders for the ball and socket armatures, so I need to make an order for myself pretty soon. But I've had a lot of people ask in my shop if I sell like more than just like a length of these, and everything's pretty much sold out in my shop apart from the middle size. So I need to order some more armature. So I've spoken to the supplier and let them know, and got a new price guide. They told me that the smallest size, they've changed the way they've changed it a little bit, but you can still, according to them, you can still connect all of the accessories and use the tool on the ends, but they've just changed this bit here to be more round, so more similar to the other ones. And she said that they have better posability as well, so that'd be interesting to try. But she said everything's exactly the same, like you can use the accessories and the tools are the same, it's just this is a little bit different. So yeah, so I'm thinking of opening pre-orders for coils. So you can get 25-foot coil and a 50-foot coil. So I normally get the 50-foot coils for myself to use with my dolls. So yeah, I'm thinking, because I know you have to spend quite a bit of money to get it shipped out. So, and I know not everyone has that opportunity to do that. So I thought by having pre-orders for spools or coils, that that people might have better access to some of these. So yeah, so I'm thinking of putting that in my shop. Well, I am going to put that, just putting a feeler out there to see if people are interested. Because I know the coils are quite hard to get as well, but they're quite heavy. These ones aren't too bad. It probably won't be too much in shipping. I think it would probably be like 42 or something to ship to the States, but within Australia it's not too bad, because the spools are probably about that big for this size, and obviously the bigger you get, so the middle size, the spool is probably like that thick by that, but it is a little bit heavy, so that might cost a little bit to ship that. So yeah, I'm just putting a feeler out there, but I'll make a separate video about the pre-order, and I just need to price things up and everything. And yeah, we'll see if anyone's interested, because I have received a lot of questions about bigger pieces of these. So yeah, I thought a pre-order would be good, and then once, you know, I need to order anyway, so I'll probably order within the next month or two, and yeah, so that's that. But yeah, I think I've rambled on enough for like 12 minutes, so I'll continue sewing my Hammerhead bat. I'm gonna end the vlog for today, but I managed to get a fair bit done on a lot of things. Might start off with the Hammerhead Flying Fox. So I did a bit of work with the sewing on the Flying Fox. So I managed to sew it all up last week, which is really cool because that's what my goal was. So basically what I got to do now is I'll have to finish off the wings, but I'll have to work on this first, closing this up. I think my postman's here. Yeah, I'll have to work on closing these little ends up and just making sure all of these ends are nice and secured and glued together. And then I'll give the lower half of the body a bit of a trim, and I might add some brown to the body just to make it a bit browner, I guess, and it'll only be a really light ooh, toasty. Okay, we're back. Wasn't even for me. So what was I talking about? Oh yeah, adding the brown colouring, so to just blend it in a bit more and make it a bit browner, but I still want to keep like these little patterning on it. And then I will have to add some fur to the head, so it's not like the whole face, because obviously this bit's still going to be the flesh and the ears are going to be the flesh as well. So I'll add it to the top here and just some on the side, and I'll blend that in a bit more. But it's overall it's looking pretty good. Pretty happy with the way it's turning out. It's not too big either, so, and it can still hang like all the other ones. So yeah, and this one will be up for sale, not sure, in the next 2 weeks, I'd say. Possibly not next week. So on Friday the proboscis monkey will go up in my shop, but there'll be a separate video on how I made that, and a couple of other things on my Patreon about it. So I'll have a whole lot of videos to edit as well next week, but there's a couple of things that I still need to do shoe bill wise. So I got another commission for a shoe bill, and I've started working on the beak. So that's the first stage of the beak again. So I sculpted it onto some aluminium foil, so hence that. And that's just basically to serve a purpose of making it a bit round, a bit more curved, and then what I did was bake it in the oven, so it's nice and solid now, so I have a good solid base to work on. And then once the top jaw is done, I can start working on the bottom half again, adding that joint in to make it posable, and just finishing the overall head of the shoe bill. And I'll have to do some sculpting and armature work on the feet as well. So hopefully it won't take too long to do the shoe bill, but yeah, third one down. Third shoe. I should have done a cast of it to begin with, but that's just a lot of casting and mold making, so I just guess I'll just do one-off ones. Also I have started sculpting a tiger, so this will be also a one-off tiger, so it'll be a polymer clay one obviously, but it's halfway done. It's a really basic foundations that have been put down. Didn't expect it to turn it out this big, but hey, it's just what happens with my dolls. I'm using references for off Google, and I basically when I go for reference photos, I usually pick an eye. So I have a bunch of eyes, I think 4 or 5 millimeter or something. So these are the eyes that I'm going to use for this tiger. So I basically hold these up to the reference image and just size it off that way, and obviously it ends up with this size, so you'll have something that ends up like that, but I haven't gotten to that stage yet. So I did quite a bit of work on the mouth last week, and that was to make sure I wanted to get these little dangly bits, and I just wanted the mouth right, because it's basically a Siberian tiger that I'm referencing off, so it's a little bit of a chunkier tiger, so it has a kind of a specific look rather than other ones. So yeah, we're getting there. I did a super sculpty nose, so I wanted that pink fleshy tone, the beige color for the nose, and I'll add some coloring of that. But overall I think it's looking pretty good. It's still really rough and it's still a basic shape. I need to add a whole lot of different things, but it's getting there, and I like the shape of the head. I might need to add more up here, but I also have to sculpt it smaller to account for the fur that I'm going to be putting on it anyway, so I always sculpt things smaller. So that's pretty much it. I've also picked out some eyes for another tiger. So that tiger that I'm doing is going to be an orange tiger, and the other one I picked out the eyes for will be a white tiger. But I'm thinking, I've said before previously, the mouth open for the white tiger because the painting has mouths opened. So I picked out some eyes for it, which are a nice blue, light blue color. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this vlog, so I'll probably leave it there. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. I really appreciate it. So check it out below. I have a new video coming up on how I did the part on the proboscis monkey for the hair on the top, so that's coming up. I'm also putting up a sculpting video of that shoe bill that I just posted on my YouTube, so that will be over on my Patreon as well. And what else? Yes, you can check me out on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Creatures of Nat, and my shop, creaturesofnat.com, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.